in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to become a photographer in 2022. Welcome to Untitled Productions. My name is CJam, and for those of you joining me here from my other YouTube channel, Untitled Photo Video, where I teach graphic design, a very special welcome. But if you're new here and joining me for the first time, a very warm welcome to you guys as well. So I'm a photographer, right? And I have been for the past 15 years now, going on 16. It's my passion, it's what I love, and I've used that passion to create my own photography business, right? And it's with that experience that I have that I want to share with you guys about how to become a photographer this year and the things you need to know, right? Because I know a lot of you guys are interested in starting your own photography journey and your own creative journey. So I thought, why not share some tips with you guys? So first things first, photography, or the space of photography, is a highly competitive market, right? It's very saturated, so you have to really hustle hard to stand out, and you have to really keep practicing, keep shooting to really sharpen your skills and identify your style, right? And when you're getting started, I always recommend doing a couple of free shoots to build a portfolio and just to start putting your body of work together that you can use to market to get other paying clients, as well as practice and sharpen your skills. And you want to also identify how you're planning on learning photography, right? If you're going to start from in high school, choosing electives, if that's an option for you, if you're going to go to university to learn it, or if you're going to go to YouTube University like we all are to get started, right? That's how I learned. So just choose how you want to learn it and stick to it. You also want to make sure that you identify the area of or areas of photography that you want to get into, whether it's weddings, landscapes, portraits, wildlife, or you want to be a photojournalist and work at your local newspaper, right? And whichever area you choose to get into, that also influences the kind of equipment you will need. And on that note of equipment, let's look at some of the equipment you definitely need to get started. Now, first things first, you want to get a camera, right? You're definitely going to need a camera and the lens or lenses if you want to get started. You're going to need memory cards, batteries. You're definitely going to need a computer to edit your photos on, as well as editing software. I use Adobe Lightroom to edit all of my photos, as well as Photoshop, and you can get a combo of Photoshop and Lightroom, and I'll put some links in the description of everything that we're going to be mentioning today. That way you guys can have those resources to get started, right? So as I mentioned, you want a computer and an editing software, and you also want to have a backup method to back up your photos, and I always encourage physical backups, as well as having your files backed up in the cloud. Next is you want to make sure that you have a portfolio, right? Your work must live somewhere. Whether you're going to invest in a website or you're going to start using Instagram or Facebook, you must have somewhere that's dedicated to showcase your work in photography. And in photography, lighting is a key factor, right? So you want to start also by grabbing yourself a speed light, right? So cameras, lenses, batteries, memory cards, a computer, editing software, backup method, a portfolio, and lighting. So those are all of your needs. Let's go ahead and look at some wants. These are things that you can start without, but you definitely need them eventually in your journey. And the more you grow, or the faster you grow in your photographer journey, you'll find yourself wanting these stuff sooner than later. So you want a tripod if you're doing long exposures. I had a tripod when I got my first camera, and I didn't really use it unless I was doing like night photography and long exposures, right? So you don't need it to get started. And earlier I mentioned external flashes or strobes that you'll use with light modifiers, if you're into portraits and that kind of studio work, and extra lenses. The more you improve in your photography journey is the more you'll realize that, hey, I need to get a faster lens. I need to get a lens with a better aperture. Maybe I need to upgrade or switch from zoom lenses to prime lenses. It all comes with your growth. So be sure not to buy something or buy any kind of equipment you need just because you saw someone else with it, right? Make sure that you absolutely need it. Don't get into the habit of just buying just because you're able to afford it. And some more wants in the future, you'll definitely find yourself wanting to upgrade your camera or getting an additional camera body. If you're shooting and you have a particular lens on one camera and you have a different lens on another camera, or if you're somebody who just likes to switch lenses, you have options there as well. So that's all that you need to get started on your journey of photography this year. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you ready to step out and get started? Thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is CJam, and I will see you guys in the next video.